Hello, today is 5/7 of 26, and I am here with a video of what I eat in a day on my keto journey. If you're new here, my name is Christy. I changed my diet to a high protein, moderate fat, low carb diet in April of 2024. It is currently quarter after 12, and I am getting ready to have my first meal of the day. So I made myself my coffee, which I made with 1 cup of Fairlife 1% milk, a serving of collagen peptides, and a serving of whey isolate protein powder. But I did also add some MCT oil. I got this the other day. Uh, it's adding fat to my meal, which I know I have been trying to avoid lately because I am on a fat loss journey. And it's really about because fat is higher in calories is the thing. Um, but from what I understand, it can help with like a focus, like it's good for your brain because it's the medium chain triglycerides. I believe that's what it stands for. And so it's like really, really good for your brain. And which I mean would be nice for me, but I also want to try it for my son. He needs some help focusing sometimes. And so I want to, before I'm giving it to him, I want to like try it myself. So that's why I am using it. It mixed in just fine. I, emulsified it in to make sure that, like, I wasn't having, like, puddles of oil. I just, like, used my whisk. I don't have it. I put it between, like, my hands, and I do this, and so then it just whips it really nice, and it's blended in really nicely. It has no flavor to it, so I don't my coffee does not taste any different than if the MCT oil wasn't in there. I do notice it does make it a bit more frothy, but that's okay. And then for my meal, I'm having leftovers. So I have in my bowl here 8 ounces of uh, 93% lean ground beef that I cooked and crumbled. And then I added some marinara sauce. It's Simply Nature is the brand. I get it from Aldi. And then I also added in a serving of konjac rice. I really like to add the rice in. It makes me kind of get this feel of like porcupine meatballs, which my sister used to make for me all the time. And I'm having quite a bit because I want to make sure I'm getting my protein in. I was sick and I wasn't getting my protein in, and I can like definitely feel it. So I'm having a big meal here. It is 3:30 and I'm not like super hungry or anything, but I have to leave in 15 minutes and then I won't be home until around like 7:30 and then I have a meeting at 7:30. So I won't be able to eat until like 8:30 and I just don't want to eat that late. So I'm having leftovers again. This is Korean beef bowl. I will link to that video in the description below. Very, very flavorful. I have topped it with some pickled cucumber, and then a tablespoon of chia seeds. I just want to add some more fiber to my meal, which is why I'm really adding them. But it also adds a little bit of texture too, almost like a rice kind of texture to them or to the bowl. And then I've got some chicken here. This is just grilled chicken. I have it left over from our meal. I'm going to eat 3 ounces of that. And really, mostly it's to make sure that I'm getting to my protein today, which I will. So, yay. For my movement today, I ran for 30 minutes. I'm trying to run once a week, really just because I want to get that impact on my joints and my tendons. And so that's why I'm doing it. It's also cardio, like it's good for your heart, but I do enough cardio that that doesn't really matter with the running. And I do it like I can still just breathe through my nose normally. It's zone 2. So it's not like I'm doing it really fast or anything. I just want to be like getting some impact on my joints because that's like good for your joints. But too much of it, of course, is bad for your joints. So I only run for about a half an hour once a week. I started that last week. So I've done it twice. And so I did that. And then I did another 15 minutes of zone 2 cardio on the stair stepper. And then I just did zone 1 cardio walking on the treadmill until it was time for me to pick up my daughter. So my day is a little wonky just because my deficit is pretty high. but I don't feel hungry. So I'm gonna trust what I've got going on. Like the last few couple of weeks have just been like wonky because of like I think we had four Christmas celebrations. So, all of those days, like I kind of inputted what I had, but like I didn't keep track of every single bite. And so, I probably had some higher calorie days. And then I was also sick. And with that, I couldn't eat protein or I couldn't eat very much protein. Like it made me feel sick to eat protein. So I should be deficient there. I'm just going to be fine with where I'm at. I know it's a really high caloric deficit for today. I won't let it like continue. It's not like I want to have, days and weeks of a really high deficit. That's just not good for me. But I'm just fine with where I am today because like I said, I don't feel hungry. I could eat something. It's not like I feel like, oh, I just can't eat anything. I I'm not like hungry. I'm not like craving anything. And if I were to eat something at this time of night, then like I would just want to keep eating and eating and eating, and that's not good for me either. So if I have to, I'll just eat more tomorrow. I ended up with about 1,300 calories. My protein is 184, my net carbs are 20, and my fat is 52. So I'm super excited that I was above my protein goal because, like I said, I had been sick and not able to eat protein. So, and I could really feel it. I was feeling it at the gym that like I didn't have enough protein. So I'm glad it was over today. Hopefully I can go over tomorrow.